Jesse and Joe, let them know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Hey, welcome back to What's Going On with Jesse and Joe.
What's going on, Joe?
Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on, I think.
I think so.
What should we talk about first?
I don't care, man. How
You
about
want-
that intro we just had on there, man? It's got me pumped up.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, that's a new AI song we had made last week.
Yeah, we had, y'all heard the one Rosh had made for us.
Right. I couldn't download it, so
Yeah, we're not allowed to make it an MP3.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I had this one made. I made this one and downloaded it and cut it and added
Catchy.
that,
It's
that,
catchy,
little,
isn't
that
it?
little chorus right there for us. Yeah, I have an outro for us too, so we're gonna.
I know, I
gonna be
like
pretty
it.
Good.
It's going to be
pretty
good.
So, yep.
So this AI, we recently discovered
I knew
Grok
it. Grok.
by X.
Yeah, by X.
It looks similar layout
Like ChatGPT.
to ChatGPT. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've done comparisons. I saw it on Tom's Guide. They did a comparison between that, the DeepSeek, the new one from China, and Grok, and they did like 7 prompts from like different kind of categories. And I only saw where DeepSeek maybe won in 1 or 2 categories, but Grok was the overall winner on the deal. And it looked
looks
more
legit.
like like when they showed the where the words were, like the page.
Mm-hmm.
Grok had a whole lot more to say than DeepSeek did, so you could really tell that it was more.
I heard Elon and his company X, I heard they put a lot of time and money
Yeah.
into making this thing like really good.
I mean, anything Elon's involved in is going to be good.
Well, I saw the I don't remember it right now, so I don't want to quote it, but I saw the numbers, and it was exponentially more money that they put into developing this. And on the radio that I listened to, they said, "Wow, he's he wants
Yeah.
to make it the best. Obviously, they're investing a lot."
I mean, he tried to buy OpenAI, ChatGPT,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't sell it to him. He wanted to put it, make it so that it's, not gets too far out there. I guess what I mean. It's,
Yeah, but it's not just affiliated with X. You can just go to the website and use it just as you would.
I went to the App Store, downloaded it on my phone.
I went to their website and I signed up,
Yeah.
so I got my account, and it says, "Hello, Joe."
Hello, Joe. Yep. And mine said, "Hey, Jesse, what's going on? Jesse and Joe." No, I didn't say that. But that's a heck of a little intro. I love it.
So since we've had our last podcast, we got the T-shirts in the mail.
Oh, yeah. I
we
wore mine.
Yeah, we wore them to school. You wore yours
I wore it
all
all
day.
day. I was doing some shameless advertisement yesterday at school.
Yeah,
Everybody loved the shirt.
yeah. It's sharp looking shirt, ain't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So,
pretty cool. It has this huge QR code in the back. and
It's a little bigger than I
it's-
pictured.
Yeah, like for me,
in my head.
I look like a billboard. So a walking billboard, literally. I should have got paid for it. And I mean, it was cool. I had a lot of compliments. Everybody loved it. So,
I had mine under my
shirt.
long sleeve
Yeah,
heavier
I had
shirt.
mine over my shirt.
Yeah,
And I wore it all day
Yeah.
long yesterday. So,
but I did take mine because it got pretty warm. It was a nice day yesterday. By the way, we broke our cold spell finally. Like we've been talking about, it's been cold here, but it's been not really nice the last couple. It was cloudy today, and I don't know if it really got out of the 60s.
yeah,
But we woke up, it was 60, and I think all day it stayed in the 60s.
I looked at the Farmer's Almanac. It said the first day it's going to be 90. It's going to be like April 15th, 16th, somewhere in there. First 90.
So we got
degree day.
another month and a half
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah. And I don't mind 90.
Yeah, I love 90.
Yeah, me too. 90's the new 80. I mean, remember we had all those days where it was 100, past 100, remember?
A couple years
I mean,
ago.
if it was just 90, I was grateful.
Oh, yeah, it felt like a
so
cool
to me,
spell.
90 is probably the new 80. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's 90 is a temperature where you don't have to worry about any. I mean, you can go
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah.
You can go to the beaches. You can like be outside.
Be outside naked, whatever you want.
Whoa.
You don't have to worry about,
You'd have to worry about
Being too
exposure
cold.
if you out like that. But this AI, I mean, I don't know. Stuff is evolving quickly, Jesse.
Yeah, that was.
I think I told you I was a little apprehensive about AI last week on our
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, you just heard it. I turned it on and put the
Yeah.
microphone on, and it
Yeah.
talking to me, and it was hearing a conversation
Yeah.
with me. You know, I even told it good night, and it told me sweet dreams.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about what it can do a little
Eventually.
bit down the road.
yeah,
And I think with how fast it can evolve,
yeah,
like it can do stuff that we may not want it to do or take over stuff that humans should do.
true.
You know? Oh, did you know about Elon Musk's computer chip that you can put in your brain?
Yeah, neuro something,
Neuralink.
Neuralink. Yeah, that's it.
So, you know that's been tested on a couple of folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, a couple of these guys that have it, I'm pretty sure I got the story straight because I'm going off of memory. So don't quote me, anyone. But I think it's these folks. They did a test, and they showed them playing a video game, not using their arms. They could not, like, they were paraplegics or did not have
Yeah.
the ability to use their arms, so they used their brain.
Wow.
And as soon as they looked at these people, they shot the bad guy in the game faster than anything you can think of.
Faster
They-
than you had a controller.
Oh yeah, faster than the best gamers.
Wow.
I mean, they just look, do,
They're done.
yeah. So imagine if they try to incorporate this with a real machine gun
Weapon.
that is sitting on a tripod,
Yeah.
with facial recognition.
Yeah. Your
And with-
eyes hit them, locks in, bam, gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying AI can.
Yeah.
It could be scary.
Yeah.
Remember, I said I don't want this to become some sort of Skynet issue.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
what other movie had computer stuff kind of go a little crazy? War games.
Shall we play a game?
Exactly.
I love that
Exactamundo,
movie,
my
Joe.
friend.
Yeah.
Would you like to play a game?
Would you like
And
to
then,
play
oh,
a game?
young Matthew Broderick says, "How about thermonuclear warfare?"
Bam.
And then it was game on.
It
Like
was
that
game
computer,
on.
that
And
it didn't think it was playing a video game. It thought it was real deal.
And that movie was in the 80s.
Yeah. So
yeah,
imagine,
we've come a long way since then.
well, that was all sci-fi.
Yeah.
No one thinks it could happen.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I mean, look
Nowadays.
out.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I like
But
it.
I do like the stuff that how it can help us,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
even
could
if it
cure
is
diseases.
even if it is
It could-
military,
it could figure out how to cure a disease, maybe.
that's true.
Honestly.
With nanotechnology,
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to put AI and some nano stuff in your gut right after the cancer cell,
what? Yeah. Exactly.
or
Anything.
yeah, anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be super
Sky's
good.
the limit, Joe. Sky's the
Maybe
limit.
if weapon technology gets so good that no country would want to mess with another country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the deterrence factor would be off the charts. So they'd be like, we're not
Yeah.
mess with that. Like as soon as you do anything like zap, like you're smoked. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
Anyways. Yeah, Grok. Y'all check out Grok. It's a new
Grok. Yeah.
website slash
and
app.
we're not getting paid by Grok, but
No, we're just like,
yeah.
we like AI stuff.
I like Grok because it kind of looked like Gronk.
Yeah, I would. He'd have to get paid some royalties or
Yeah, he
something
would.
if it would.
Hey,
if it
Joe.
was him.
Anything else going on? We don't want to bore the folks.
In
with
the
AI
big
stuff.
world, Trump is meeting with the British Prime Minister right now.
That guy's been meeting with everybody. That guy, he meets.
That's what he does, man. You got to
Harrison-
have meetings.
What's the field goal kicker for the Chiefs? Harrison Butner.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was there today or
Was he?
yesterday. Yeah, he went there and went and met the president.
So they had a big press conference. They were both answering questions. A lot of stuff was brought up, trying to calm the war down in Ukraine. Some tariffs. How we're a good alliance. They like each other. Their countries love each other. Trump likes the fact that he loves his country, just like Trump loves his country.
Right.
So I mean, they were all speaking good terms. There was no rifts.
Yeah,
about-
he met Macron the other day too.
I think so. I don't
They
know.
were real handsy.
Were they?
Yeah, that guy.
In like a weird way?
It was kind of weird in a way. They were really touching each other.
Well, maybe they're just like,
And
hey,
now-
buddy.
But
like,
nowadays, that's,
like bro hugs.
no, reaching over and touching the hands, and that guy put his hand on Trump's thigh.
Well, he is French.
He's French, but yeah, I know that, and that's kind of how the kids act at school anyway. They're real handsy. They put their hands on each other all day
Oh
long.
my goodness, that's weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe the French is kind of like the kids we have at school.
Should we talk about what's going on in middle school?
I mean, I don't really.
Did you hear that in the bathroom there was a bottle of urine?
What? A bottle of urine?
Yeah, just like a water bottle that was empty of water,
Yeah.
full of urine on top of the urinal.
You reckon maybe when they were testing, kid couldn't go to the restroom?
No,
and-
no, no. I
and
don't
he
want to. I don't want to think about anything like that. I
and
just
he just had to go. You know, like when you're a truck driver and you don't want to pull over, you just want to keep driving all day and all night.
I don't know.
You got all these pee bottles all in the cab of the truck.
I don't know.
It happens.
But
People
some
do
of the
it.
kids that were telling me about it,
Yeah.
it was obviously not them.
Right.
But since our 7th grade boys don't have their own bathroom because they broke the sink,
Right.
it could be 7th grade or 8th grade. Like, we don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been. Anyways,
There's
that's
no
just
telling.
something that weird
bathroom
happened.
situation at school is
It was
crazy.
just something weird that happened at middle school.
Yeah. I got a funny story about the bathroom, but I'm not going to say it because
Is it gross?
no, it's not gross. It's not gross. It's about you guarding the bathrooms during the STAR testing stuff or the interim testing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it though. I don't want to say it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that
Because
makes for a boring day.
Somebody from the TEA or something might hear us and we might get in trouble.
Oh.
I'm joking. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, that was yeah, we had testing the other day.
Yeah, I had testing. Went really well, I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of the results that the kids got. There's a lot of
Yeah.
folks that
Hey.
kids did good.
Yeah, my kids did good too. My kids did good. Your own kid did good.
Yep.
Yeah, but my kids from my classroom did really good.
That's good.
Yeah. Yep.
What else we got going on? Oh, my t-shirt is on Etsy under Force 10 Apparel. You can buy the What's Going On with Jesse and Joe t-shirt.
Speaking of shameless plugging,
and
plugs.
it's the same one that has the QR code on the back.
Yep.
Quite a few
So
folks.
you could do shameless advertisement for us,
Quite a few folks did scan it.
and you have to pay for it.
I did. Yeah, I didn't know that. I get the shirts in the mail. My wife checks it out, scans it. She texts me. The scan takes me to the QR code website, and I was like, "What? It's supposed to take you to the Spotify website." She's like, "Nope." So I had to look. I had to pay for a yearly subscription to this QR code. So, I mean, we don't want people to have shirts with not a working QR code. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, we'd be doing advertisement for the QR code company.
Yeah. Anyways, so I had to pay for it. No big deal.
Yeah, that's cool.
And now it will tell me who scanned it.
The name?
No, not the person.
Just where they're from.
Yeah, it'll say it'll tell me if it's Android or Apple, and it'll tell me the city and country.
That's wild. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, at least you get something for paying
Yeah,
for it.
for whatever you paid for it.
And I made the shirts in multiple colors. Like you and I got the white ones.
Yeah,
So
I'm more of a Heather Gray guy.
I did pick Heather Gray, but there's I don't know. I'm wanting to say 40 different colors.
Okay,
That I had to click, and I think I clicked about 10 different colors.
I got you.
A gray, a blue,
do you have to
a
pay
green.
full price, or do you get a discount?
I had to pay full price the first time
Right.
because I bought it straight from Printify.
Okay.
But now that it goes to Etsy,
Yeah.
whoever buys that, I will get whatever it is on top of that. But they initially put the price at $34.
Whew. Wow.
And I was like, no, I'm not having our
Go buy a
T-shirt
polo shirt for
go
that.
out for $34. So it's because there's so much words, and it has the
Right.
back.
Yeah, it does. It is. It's got a lot of words. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I lowered the price, so now I'm really not making hardly anything on the T-shirt.
Right.
But that's okay because it's basically an advertisement
Yeah,
for the.
it's
So
advertisement,
it's
yeah.
down to whatever the cost basically is. It's
Yeah.
20. It's still kind of pricey though. It's $24
Yeah.
or 22 something. I don't know. Somewhere around there.
You know, we might have some good fans that might want to go and get one.
Yeah, I think it was cool. I set it up where you can buy it even in Europe because Europe you have to say.
Who knows? We might have groupies one day.
I mean, anything's possible. A
Anything's
little a boy in 6th grade told me he had listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
I said, "What episode you listened to?" He goes, "It was episode 2." I said, "Why did you start with 2? Why not 1?"
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't know. I just
I
clicked
had
on episode 2."
I had a kid yesterday. Must have been in the sixth grade. It was in the sixth grade hallway. He did it, so it's probably him. Somebody used the QR code a couple times.
On your shirt.
Yeah.
This kid used it in the classroom.
Yeah.
Scan my shirt. It was
Sure,
the end of the
sure, yeah.
day, and I told him it had to be after class because
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt
Yeah.
the class.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But and that kid actually has his own YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
He talks about other kids about Pokemon cards or something like that. He's been doing it for a while. Like, yeah, he's been doing it since he was like 9. Like
Wow.
his dad helps him, I guess, or his parents or something.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So he's savvy when it comes to
He's
podcasting
savvy.
and YouTube and all that kind of social
He
media.
thought we were pretty cool then.
Yeah, he likes it.
All right. Yeah, no, everything's going good with my guys. I mean, I have nothing to complain about. Really, honestly, my job's been gravy lately. Last week or so.
Yeah, you lucky.
Yeah, yeah. I really have been
My job's been pretty chill.
pretty chill.
Today I had to take over for a math teacher that was still in a meeting, so he wouldn't been able to make that the beginning part of his class. And I quieted down the class. They got their paper. I asked who was absent. They told me. And the one girl says, "Can I?" And I put it on the little projector, so it's on the math problems was on the wall. She asked. She sits in the front. She said, "Can I teach?" He lets me teach sometimes. I said, "Yeah, come on." So she was up there. She was explaining how the x is a function of y or not a function, and she was explaining the stuff, and it was going great. Everyone was paying attention. Like, it looked like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I look out, the math teacher and another 8th grade teacher were there in the hallway looking through the glass. I said, "Oh, man, thank goodness."
That's cool.
I kind of whispered to the kids, "Thanks, kids, for
Yeah,
making me look good."
look
Because,
good.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you never.
It could go south,
That was awesome.
and it could look like, a circus.
Yeah,
So it just happened to go really well. Like, they just,
yeah.
yeah,
wonder-
so they made me look good.
How many teachers do you think aren't coming back next year that we have currently?
Well, I'm positive of 2. I think there's probably going to be.
I can think of the 2 you're talking about.
I think there's probably going to be more than a half a dozen.
Really, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's going to be so many jobs available. I mean, as soon as they start releasing jobs from other schools, I mean, you're always going to have some turnover like that.
Did the school voucher pass?
I don't know. Did it?
I don't know.
I don't think they're done.
You don't think they're done?
Done arguing about it yet?
I think it passed one part.
Like maybe past committee, and now it's going to go to the floor.
Maybe. Because I think I heard Corey talking about it today. You know what? And Corey actually was coming to your side.
He's a fan?
Yeah, he was, actually.
Well, here's why.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of reasons why. If anybody's out there is listening, Texas is. It looks like they're going to vote for school vouchers. And some people think that school vouchers will take away their, like, let's say somebody's paying $4,000 a year in taxes, or no, property tax. Let's say they're paying like $9,000 a year in property taxes, which is quite possible.
Right.
And a portion of that goes to public schools. Well, they think that person's tax is going to be taken away from the public school, and that person will be able to get a voucher to use that same money in a private school or a charter school.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it's going to work. I think there's going to be a certain amount of state funds that's going to go to people who qualify for a voucher to take their kid out of a public school, and they can go to a private school of their choice or a charter school. Here's how I think it's going to work. I think that certain people will qualify. They said 100,000 vouchers. And there's like about 5.5 million kids in public schools. So if 100,000 out of 5.5 million get selected, it's going to be schools that are underperforming. They're going to be a lot of your inner city schools around Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin. And those kids, and if it was distributed equally, which I don't think it's going to be, that would mean we would lose about 12 kids. If 100,000 out of 5.5 million, you know what I mean? Like, I did the math, and it's like, it's not very many. It's like a dozen kids.
Yeah. I just
we
don't want it to hurt SPED.
There is the argument of those who are against it that say private schools don't have to accept
special education
kids, or they don't have to provide
Services.
accommodations.
Yeah, accommodations. Yeah.
But that being said, those schools will, yeah, they're right. They don't have to accept anyone.
Yeah.
Right. And if there's behavior issues or whatever issues, right? Academic issues, they can just get booted.
Right.
But that is a incentive to
Right.
keep your nose clean.
Yeah. I mean, remember this summer we were eating breakfast with Corey, and he was really, really against it. And today, talking to him today, he was like, you know what? I think I kind of I understand what Joe's talking about.
Yeah, it's going to be. I
really
think it's not going to
yeah.
affect our
Yeah.
district
And
or
he said
our area.
that our kids are the school's gonna get more money per kid now. Also, like if we think we're gonna lose money because we're losing kids,
You mean
well,
because of the voucher or just because of whatever's going to be passed?
whatever's gonna be passed,
yeah,
probably,
yeah.
we're gonna get more money per kids. Where in turn, schools are gonna make more money. Where I thought in my head was we're gonna lose money by losing kids.
Because you think a bunch of kids are going to choose to go to a private school.
Right.
And that would be all of the non-sped kids.
Right, exactly. And so, but the way he was explaining it to me made sense today. And so, yeah.
Oh, so the way I've explained it didn't make sense?
No, I was just trying to argue with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you and
I
I
didn't know
agree.
enough. I didn't know enough about it to argue with you, so I just kind of would just leave it.
You
at
and
that
I
point.
agree on most things. You
Yeah.
had to pick something to
I
go
had to pick
against
something.
devil's advocate.
Yeah, but now we're good, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big a deal. And I see some folks that I'm friends with they post a bunch of stuff anti-school vouchers. I never chime in.
Right. Yeah,
But
even Corey was saying the same thing today about his friends.
Here's another thing. And maybe I get this from being a weather forecaster because when you put out a forecast, something's going to happen, right? You put out a forecast for tomorrow. Well, you're going to find out if you were right or wrong, right?
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't put something out that is crazy, right? So why put out on social media, this vouchers is going to do this and it's going to bankrupt schools and all these schools will be, well,
we don't even know yet.
Well, it's likely going to pass.
Yeah,
we're going to know in a year or
year.
two. So why would you put something out there?
Yeah. If it don't work, they'll just go back the way it was.
I agree. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So. And I don't think Texas has the means. You know what I mean? We're one of the lucky states that is funded pretty well.
Yeah.
We're not broke. We're not, Illinois or some of these other states that are running a deficit. Like, Texas has a surplus.
Right.
And if this thing doesn't work, they can funnel some money and, maybe they'll scale it back or maybe they'll do away with it or, change it. Instead of going to a voucher, they'll go to some sort of, what do they call that? Like a savings plan?
Yeah, savings
like
plan.
A fund?
Yeah, savings fund.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I've heard of that.
I think
it'll
work. I think it'll work itself out.
I don't think about it because I don't have kids anymore at school. So
yeah,
but you do. So
yeah. One has 2 more years left of high school, and the other one's about to start high school next year.
Yeah.
So.
But
And to be honest with you, I really liked how they ran things at the private school before we got to Texas.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
About
so
how they learned to do cursive before they learned to print.
Well, just really everything about it.
Different things, yeah.
I mean, they were strict, but
it was
loving.
Also, it was a Christian school, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were super strict, but really just like good parents, you know what I mean? Just like anyways, I liked how they just ran the school. And I think there was a lot of parents that had their kids do certain things because they didn't want them to get kicked. You know what I mean? Like they were a little more strict. They're like, hey, you don't mess up. You don't fight. You don't do this. You don't talk back to your team. You know what I mean? Like you always had to be, kind of on your best behavior. You know what I mean? Because that could come anytime,
Yep. Oh, I watched that the girls yesterday, that North Star deal at the school. It's tomorrow, the program.
Yep.
And I got to watch it. I don't think you stayed. I got to watch them do a couple of.
I've seen them do.
They were really doing it yesterday.
I've seen them do not this.
Like they did a walkthrough
recital. I've seen them do other dances though.
Yeah.
So
they were kind of doing the walkthrough how they were going to do it on.
It's gonna be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, definitely pretty cool. Those girls are really good.
I paid for tickets. I got 4 tickets.
And the girl that was singing did a very good job.
I heard.
They have a singer.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, they're going to incorporate some choir folks.
Yeah. You're going to be the MC.
That's right.
I'm the sound man.
I will announce them.
I'm the guy
Welcome.
behind the scenes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm more behind the scenes kind of guy. You're more in
Well,
the front of the crowd.
you're also used to working with that equipment.
Yeah.
You know what to
exactly
plug in and turn and
hit the buttons and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Sound engineer is what
You
I
did
am.
that for the rodeos and stuff, right?
Sound engineer. Yes. Let's talk about rodeo. I ever tell you about the time I went to the rodeo in Guyman, Oklahoma?
Nope.
It was late. It was like 2:00 in the morning. We pulled in. They didn't have a place for the horses to stay at the arena, so they told us we could go stay at the old sale barn. It had a lot of pens. They didn't have a barn. It just had pens everywhere, open, just big open pens. And so I grabbed my bucket and my 2 buckets, some feed, some hay, and threw the hay bag over my shoulder and was leading my horse. I found me an empty pen, put my horse in there, got water and everything, filled it up. I got done. I walked back to the truck, and the headlights are facing the pins, like there's hundreds of pins.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting in the passenger seat, just waiting. 10, 15, 20 minutes goes by. My partner, nowhere to be seen. And I'm starting to get worried. Like, man, did my guy fall off in a ditch or, did something get him,
Like, what could he be doing?
What the heck could he be doing, And all of a sudden, in the distance, I could see something coming. And he's walking toward the headlights of the truck, and half his shirt is missing.
What?
Half his shirt, like a quarter, like below the pocket, like a quarter of his shirt, where the button, like the right side, gone, a square, big square.
He got hung up on a fence or something.
I thought the animal attacked him. I didn't know. I mean, like, what the heck happened? So he gets to the truck, and I'm like, dude, what happened? And he goes, I had to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, what happened to your shirt? He said, I didn't have no toilet paper.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's my rodeo story for the day. So yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, he tore it. He had this perfectly good, like in those days, it was Tommy Hilfiger. Perfectly nice Tommy Hilfiger shirt. And he cut a square with his knife and used it up.
That's $30 toilet paper.
Yeah, used it for toilet paper.
A one-time $30 use,
Yeah.
probably. At least, probably, right?
Yeah, at least $30. Probably a $50, $60 shirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'd have found something else.
Yeah. A lot of cowboys don't wear underwear, so I would have just used my underwear probably because they don't cost that much. They probably
they
probably had holes in them.
40 or 50
They
bucks.
probably had holes in them anyway, so I could have just used it and chunked it, But yeah, he probably, I don't know. I think he said he used his socks, but he needed more.
So
He
he
pulled
lacking
He
socks.
pulled his boots off, pulled his socks off, used his socks,
Oh, my
and then
goodness.
he had to go more, so he had to cut his shirt.
Hey, speaking of toilets,
Yo,
this is a good segue.
all right.
Today, we had a maintenance guy come to the school,
Uh-oh.
and he said, I was going from upstairs to downstairs, I think math to math. And he's like, excuse me, sir, is there a bathroom upstairs that's on the same as the one downstairs? I was like, yep, they're directly above each other, above that one. So he's like, we got a leak down here.
Well, I can
And
remember.
so I want to,
Is that the noise I always
that's
hear?
the noise that you and I have been hearing
Hearing for months.
months.
Yeah.
So
I've reported it 2 times.
over a month. I did too.
I've reported it twice.
I said
know
specifically-
other ladies have too.
I told him specifically it was stall 3
yeah.
in the girls' bathroom.
Yep.
I went in there when there was no girls
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
But it sounds like water running. Literally
Well-
sounds like water running.
I think it's that it was the third toilet. And I told him, I was like, I think it's the flusherator. And I've already told people, they said they got a work order.
What's a flusherator?
That's the valve inside the main pipe. So if you got your flusher on the side, like the handle,
So it's literally, that's a real word, flusherator?
it's like the valve.
Never heard of that.
It will, if it gets stuck, I mean, if it just keeps running, you
Yeah.
can sometimes bonk the top of it.
Okay.
Like, just
Bonk.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Kind
it
of like
doesn't,
that. Kind of like that meme coin, bonk.
yeah,
Yeah.
just whack the top of it or the side of it, depending on how it's set up. But anyway, and I tried that a couple times and it didn't work.
Didn't work.
So I told that guy that I did that, and He was thinking it was upstairs, and then he went to another thing, and he's like,
Oh.
well, this is the wet wall. These sherry. I said,
Yeah.
it's this one. He put a screwdriver in it, turned it, shut the water off to that toilet. It quit.
Wow. It's loud though. Like you
Yep.
can hear it from the other bathroom.
Yep.
I mean, it's
So here's the
loud.
kicker. Here's what you'll think is crazy. He shuts that off. He shuts the door, crawls up underneath it, locks it so no one goes in to use that one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Him and I were walking out, and he said that thing. Well, also another bathroom in the locker room was running, and he shut that one off too.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was running more or
Okay.
less or what. But our water bill for the school runs $480 a month normally.
Okay.
Take a guess on what the water bill was last month because of those toilets.
$4,080.
That's a really high guess. You're close.
Oh God, like 2,800.
No.
Oh, what?
More. $6,000 a month for that 1 month because, and you know what that he said that was running? He looked at the meter. Every time it went around in a circle, I'm doing a circling motion with my fingers, those who can't see. And he said every time it went around was 10 gallons. It went around 11 times a minute. It was 110 gallons a minute.
You could hear it running.
Yeah.
It was going fast.
I know.
I told you we were laughing about it. Me and you.
But I've told people,
Like,
and I
there's-
told
where's
people
this water
specifically
going?
where it was.
Yeah. Like, where's the water? Where did it go to?
$6,000 for a water bill.
How many gallons
1
you
month.
think?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, we could do the math. 110
where
a
did
minute,
that water
24
go?
hours. Just out the sewer, where
It's
all the
gone.
other water goes.
Wow. I know I reported it over a month ago. So no telling what the bill was the month before. Maybe not as high because it could have been like half the month.
Yeah.
But I know for at least 2 months that sound has been there.
Yeah. Well, you and I come in to work like we're there later than most people.
Yeah.
So when you don't hear the hustle and bustle of
You
the
can
middle
hear it walking
school,
in the hall right next to the restroom. You can hear it.
right? Because
Yeah.
when we're there, it's super quiet sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, the math teacher, she reported it. I think she's the first to report it. This was like a month and a half ago, at least.
Yep. I think I called it in and told
I
them where
called
it
it
was.
in too.
But you know what? I think they probably put in a work order or a service order, and stuff just doesn't get, it just doesn't get on the top of the list. You would think something like that would, but anyways, that's another thing that happened at the middle school today.
Wow. That's interesting. And I knew that was going to happen. I mean, I knew it had to be water running that hard because
Yeah.
you could hear it. Dang.
Also, we're going to get new internet upgrade.
Like, what is it going to do?
I
gonna be
asked
faster?
I asked them if it's going to be faster, and they're like, "Yep." And I said, "Was it going to be faster internet, or are we
Or
just going to
better?
be able to handle more Chromebooks
Right,
and more
because a lot of
bandwidth?" And he
times-
said, "Both."
Oh, wow.
I said, "Wow, when's that going to be done?" He said, "We'll be done tonight."
That fast.
Yep. They had boxes and boxes and boxes of wires
Yeah.
and components.
Wow. I saw they're going to change the rack systems out. Like
New servers and stuff.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's cool. That's good news.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think our internet is really well. I guess depending on what you want to
Well,
go to.
You know
Sometimes.
the quiet room that's next door to my room?
Yeah.
I was in there today doing some paperwork, and I had serious lag in that room. Way different than my room across the hall.
Yeah.
And I had the same connection up there on top, for the Wi-Fi as I do in the other room, but for some reason, it wasn't as good.
Well, starting tomorrow, it should be high
Huh.
speed.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I'm excited about my T-shirt company, Jesse. I'm going to start putting all kinds of T-shirts up.
Yeah, you gonna put that post office one in there?
I need to
Postman?
figure out how I can get that.
The logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did take the screenshot on my phone and upload it there, but it was like a gray T-shirt background that I already have, and that would look weird if it was gray on a
Yeah.
other colored shirt. So I have to. If you generate a picture on their website, you can take away the background.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can take away the background, or maybe I'll just have to recreate it on
Yeah.
Canva or something.
And maybe some of those band shirts you were talking about.
Yeah,
you know,
those are coming
remember
up.
A couple episodes ago, you were talking about the band shirts. That's pretty cool. Make up some names.
As I go throughout my day,
Yeah.
I think of really cool band names. And I was like, oh, that one's going on a T-shirt. And then when I get in front of my computer to design a T-shirt, I cannot think of any.
Hey, what was that song I had you singing? You remember? Not the Double Dutch Bus. It's what the heck?
I fell in love in the first place.
I fell in love in the first place.
No, she fell in
Oh,
love
she
in the
fell in
first place,
love.
I think.
My wife says I'm terrible at lyrics, so
Well, we are.
yeah,
That's okay.
I don't care.
In our head,
I
they
still
sound
like it sounds like what I'm supposed to be singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freshman. That's the name of the song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
the
were
verb.
merely freshmen.
The verge or the verb or something like that. Something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, but I wake up almost every morning with a different song in my head.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Are you like just dreaming?
I think
songs?
I'm dreaming music somehow. I love music, so I think my life is always revolved around music. Always in a pickup truck with the radio on, driving to rodeo, and I just think I'm always thinking about music.
That band is called the Verve Pipe.
The verb pipe.
That's right.
Yeah. I asked Joe last night or yesterday when we were testing. I was walking down the hallway singing the Double Dutch Bus, and he's like, "I'd never heard of that." And he asked his wife when he got home if she'd heard of it. She said she'd never heard of it. So I know it was real. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, I think it said like 81 or
I think
something.
the guy's name was like Frankie something.
We were pretty young. in
Frankie
80.
Wilson or something like that. But yeah, the Double Dutch Bus. So go look that up on
It-
Spotify.
It is catchy.
Oh yeah, and anybody can sing it.
No. Some of those words in there, there's no way. I mean,
Oh,
I had the
that-
lyrics in front of me, and it was like a
what do you
bunch of
think that is?
Z's.
I mean, it's words. If you look at it on the
They
video,
just put Z's in a
yeah,
word.
his is it. But that was before
Oh, way before Snoop.
Snoop. Exactly.
Yeah, way before.
Exactly. It's kind of like Snoop's talk, that shizzle and whizzle and all that.
But he puts it where when he pronounces the word,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's a part of the word. These people just put Z's in the middle
Yeah.
of every word.
Yeah, here. I'm going to play that song just so, a little bit of it, just so people don't think, what the heck are they talking about? I have it here because I sent it to Joe yesterday. I just don't want people to think, these guys are weird. What are they talking about? Well, this is what I'm talking about.
They can look that up on Spotify too, right?
Double Dutch. It's Frankie Smith. I was right. Frankie Smith. Here we go.
Are we allowed to play any of this?
Oh, I'm giving Frankie Smith all the credit in the world, baby. Go, Frankie Smith. He says, give me a hoe.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving pretty fast, so kind of shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair.
A double Dutch affair. That's funny.
Yeah. So anybody can sing that song, though. The double Dutch bus coming down the street. See, I could do it, Joe.
That's right. You got it that time.
I just can't do the fizzle, the sizzle, and dizzle, whizzle.
Yeah, that was
Look, oh, whistle,
there's a
wiggle,
lot of
wiggle.
there was a
Yeah.
lot of Z's in
I
there.
can't do that. But anyway, I had a song this morning too, but it went away. There's, like I said, if I don't keep singing it throughout the day, I'll forget.
You know what song gets stuck in my head on occasion?
Which one?
It's called Lump.
Lump?
Oh yeah.
Lump. Give me some lump, Joe.
It's lump, it's lump, it's lump, it's in my head. Lump sat alone in a boggy marsh, totally emotionless except for heart. Mud flowed up in Lump's pajamas
Man, where's
and
my-
totally
where's my
confused
lighter
all the
at?
passing piranhas. I know that sounds weird,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I was right on those lyrics.
Wow. Who sings that?
I think it's the President of the United States of America.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
the current President of the United States
Right,
of America.
right. The band. Yeah. That's cool. Well, now that we've embarrassed ourselves, not that we've been embarrassing ourselves on this podcast, but yeah. So what do you think, Joe? What else is going on? Just so y'all know out there, is me and Joe don't script this. We just sit here and talk to each other. You know,
They were
that's-
also having. They also. Oh, that's true, folks. We wing it.
Yeah, we're just winging. We wing this thing every week.
The presidents of the United States of America, famous for their song "Lump," and
Yeah.
another song that gets stuck in my head.
It's a good one.
Peaches.
Peaches. I like Peaches.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Y'all look them up. There's some
I know
good songs.
Peaches, but I don't know Lump.
I'm sure you'll know it if you hear it. Anyways, we'll look that up
Yeah.
on our own time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a great name for a band too.
Yeah.
The Presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah.
They could be when they get announced on stage, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Welcome.
the Presidents of the United States of America.
Not Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, he was just a senator back then.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oh, they're from Seattle.
Yeah. They're
Early
they're part of
90s.
that grunge stuff back in the day.
But they're not a grungy.
They're not a grungy band. They're not a grungy band, but it was that grunge era.
Yeah.
Grunge era.
Oh, yeah, they were on the radio quite often, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. You know that one song where they talk about the distance?
Oh, yeah,
I like that one.
me too.
That one's pretty cool.
I'm going the or no, he's going the
He's
distance.
going the
He's
distance.
going for speed.
Yeah, that one song. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's by,
Is
wow.
it Cake?
It might be, yeah.
I think it's Cake, Joe. Yeah. I have all those on my playlist. I have a 90s playlist. All those songs are on there.
I just tell Alexa,
You tell
Alexa, play 90s alternative.
Yeah.
And she'll say, okay, Joe, playing Amazon Music station
Don't
90s
say it too loud
alternative.
because she'll come on.
I know, it's all right. We'll have some grunge music in the background.
Yeah, it's Cake. I'm pretty sure.
What was that song?
We're going the distance.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Distance.
The first album, The Distance,
Yeah.
written by Greg Brown, became their biggest hit.
And the group is called?
Oh, yeah, it's Cake.
It's Cake. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cake and eat it too. Oh.
Then this Google asks, is Cake the band still together? Yes, the alternative rock band Cake is still together and currently touring.
Huh.
They were formed in Sacramento in 1991 and is still, this guy John McCree, I don't know, I'm terrible with names, is still the band's lead singer. Well, that's good. Maybe they'll be in Texas somewhere.
Maybe. What are you doing this weekend, Joe? Get your bedroom cleaned up from
Yeah, that's
all that
high on the list.
that fine dust that came from
Yeah,
when
it's terrible.
they did all
It's
that work
everywhere.
in the bathroom.
We got part of the carpet cleaned, just like between.
Yeah, I bet
The
y'all get it
door.
done this weekend.
We got a lot of. Well, they put just a bunch of stuff on dressers and
Yeah.
on the beds, and then covered
All that
everything in
plastic.
plastic.
But when you move that plastic, that dust falls off of
Ah, it was everywhere.
it. Yeah, yeah.
The speaking of that, I don't know if I like saying this out loud, but I'm going to.
Oh,
Whenever I
it's kind of
do,
scary, Joe.
yeah, whenever I do stuff where I move stuff around from one room to another, right? Like we had a bunch of stuff in that back room.
Right, it was full of
But
stuff.
now we need to sleep back there, so we had to move that
Everything
stuff from
to
one
the
right.
bedroom, to
Or
the other
Christmas time when I move stuff from the attic to the living room and back
bedroom. Then
again.
you move it to another room. Yeah, and you
I
just keep moving it until it finally
Yeah.
gets back to the attic.
I realize I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, I believe it.
I have problems.
My wife's a hoarder.
Like A&E
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
They should probably do an episode.
yeah. My wife can't throw nothing away, and she collects things
Me too.
and just like
I got
things,
problems, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Joe. Y'all both hoarders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
have a problem throwing nothing away. I just throw it away.
my parents don't either.
Yeah, our kids,
I didn't get it from my parents.
the girls. They're not attached to anything either. They'll just throw it away. I don't have no problem with just chunking it. If you don't use
Not
it,
this guy.
what I tell her, if you don't touch it, use it, or anything with it, in a month or two, why do we have it out? Why do we have it? Why do we even have it? Get rid of it.
A month or two.
Yeah,
You'd be throwing everything away out. If you
Why
don't use
not?
every single thing in a month or two.
I would love to have one of those houses.
I have 2 bread makers. I haven't used them either one in a year and a half, but I'm not going to chuck them. Because you never know. What if I want to make 2 loaves of bread at the same time? I could pull them both out. Like I have people over, I could be making bread. But the problem is I don't like baking them in that, so I might mix them in that. But now I got a new technique, so I probably won't ever use them.
Yeah, no. I just say get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you need it, buy it again.
But some of this stuff is collectible.
Because you know you got Joe money.
Collectible.
Collectible.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, but whatever it is, might be worth more money later.
Maybe someday.
No, I'm just saying I've got problems.
Okay.
Like there is stuff in that room that, I mean, a lot of it's military stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a little medal. You know, it came in like a little display thing. I mean, I don't
Right.
want to chuck it. But what am I already have a rack of
Yeah.
ribbons. I
Yeah.
already have like the medals
Yeah.
hung up on a different display.
Like
But this is like the little box that it comes in.
Like-
or a patch,
Daphne kept all the
Or-
girls and stuff
a flag, or
forever, and she don't want to get rid of it, and the girls don't want it. No, I mean, like they got all that they want,
yeah.
and they don't want none of the others. They don't want this stuff, but she can't get rid of it.
I tell myself, and I tell Wendy, we need to get rid of this and this. Like
Yeah.
if we don't get rid of it now, when are we going to get rid of it? Like,
When?
are our kids going to get rid of it when we dead? Are they going to have to go through the house
Right,
and
that's
decide
what you
what to
don't
throw
want.
away, or have it at a garage sale, or
Exactly.
pawn it off on a great grandkid or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, so when are we going to get rid of it? If we're not using it, we need to get rid of it. But sometimes that Joe doesn't listen to Joe,
Oh, I got you.
you know?
Yeah.
So I tell myself what we need to do, but what we need to do and what I actually do are two different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with, remember I said we need to pay off them cars.
Yeah.
And you said, well, what are you going to do? Pay $10 extra because that you know, not go to breakfast and pay $10? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I can do that.
need to
Yeah.
actually pay them off
Yeah.
and get them car payments out of my life. Because without them, just think of saving up 6 months with no car payments. What kind of a vacation fund you would have, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever else, you know,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Or pay that extra on your home, you know, on my mortgage. Something. I mean,
Something.
having these car
Something
payments is
something's
dumb.
better than nothing.
But like I said, Smart Joe sometimes goes unheard.
Yeah.
Joe doesn't listen to Smart Joe sometimes.
I think we might go to College Station, meet up with my niece. She's going to
This
school.
weekend?
Yeah, we still have 2 Christmas presents that belong to her that came late. She got the ones we got her early, but the ones that came late that didn't come, that came after Christmas.
Well, it's February. I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't get to see him that often, it's not terrible.
Yeah, well, she doesn't. We don't go home much, and then every weekend she goes back home to go like to some barrel races or something with my sister, and so she's never in College Station, which is only an hour and a half from us. And so this weekend she's staying home. She's gonna stay in College Station till spring break, and then go back home.
Oh, okay.
And so she'll be home this weekend. And so
Well, that'll be a good
or
trip.
Be in College Station this weekend.
That'll be a good trip.
Take her out to eat or something. Go buy her some groceries or something,
And give him the
and give her
long-awaited
presents.
Christmas presents.
Her presents, yeah, and kind of go with her stuff for school. It's school. It's not school stuff, but it's like notebooks that she can write
Oh,
notes in for it's like a doctor's notebook. It's
cool.
It's something she wanted, and she had on her list, and so we need to get it to her.
Well, that's good.
So yeah,
Besides
before she
cleaning,
graduates. one
besides
day.
cleaning my house up, it's going to be nice weather, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
our,
going to get in the garage and rearrange some
our
stuff.
garage needs to be. We need to go through our garage. We bought that freezer.
Oh,
and
that's
I
right. The
installed it.
big old freezer.
I bought a big enough freezer where I could put my whole body in there if I wanted to preserve myself. I mean, it's humongous.
Like a cryo.
Yeah, cryo chamber. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm gonna cut the front and plexiglass, like put a plexiglass so you can see my face.
Hopefully no
yeah.
one unplugs it
Yeah, hopefully nobody unplugs
and you
it.
get rotten.
Yeah, I'll go get one of those Patriot generators.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
solar
the
generator.
solar generators.
Yeah, you'll be good. You'll be
Be good to go.
yeah.
But it's
100
too big.
years down the road.
Like I was gonna get the 17 cubic inch one,
Cubic feet.
cubic feet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna get the 17. I thought, man, that looks like it's gonna be too little. And I said, well, it's only $100 more. I just get the 21. Oh my God, I had to cut the shelf because where the plug was, the 17 would have fit perfect underneath the shelf, but the 21 was like 3 inches too tall, and I had to cut a shelf off and kind of
You had to modify
the garage. But we need to clean the garage.
Yeah, I
Well,
do
it's
too.
still cool because you don't want to be cleaning the garage once it gets hot.
Well, we just recently got our roof replaced.
Yeah.
So I got extra shingles that the folks gave me. And I
Yeah.
don't know why I have those, but you never know when you're going to need an extra shingle, right? So now I got a pile of shingles in there. I got extra, what do they call those?
Shingles can't go in the back shed?
Ridge vents.
You got any room in the back
There's
shed?
no room in that back
Really?
shed either.
What's in the back shed? More hoarding stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Tools, lawn equipment,
Yeah,
just random stuff.
I got you.
The
Yeah.
yeah, there's ridge vents, there's drip edge, there's shingles. Now there's extra tile stuff.
Yeah, you can't even put your cars
There's
in there.
4 piles of different tiles
Yeah.
that are extra, which I hope the guys are going to return and get money, or maybe I'll have to return them and get.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You'll
It's
probably
just-
get the money. Because you paid for the tile, didn't you?
no, the
Oh,
contractors paid.
Okay.
For it.
But did you pick it up?
Well, they thought that what I had put on the sheet
Yeah.
wasn't going to be enough,
Uh-huh.
so they wanted me. So I actually did go buy more out of my own money.
I
and-
got you.
They wanted me to buy 3 boxes. Guess what?
What?
We have 3.5 boxes left. So obviously we didn't need those. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I
Well-
just got piles of this extra stuff in the garage, so I'm gonna have to consolidate it, put it in the corner. That way I can get both cars back in the garage.
Yeah. Well, didn't we edited the podcast on Saturday, right? Last week?
Yep.
The last one?
Yep.
And I told you I had to go work a baseball game. I'd never run the scoreboard before. I wasn't very happy because my wife pretty much voluntold me that that's what I was doing. And anything that's new to me, I get nervous. Once I get comfortable doing things,
How'd you do?
I'm not so bad. It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
You didn't give somebody 7 strikes?
No. There was a couple of times when the guy that was doing the play-by-play for the radio or Facebook Live, he'd say it's 2 strikes. Oh, and I would hit it. But there was a beeping sound going on with the equipment in there, like the mic equipment. It was like a beep, and like when you hit the button, it beeps. And sometimes I would hit the button, but I didn't hit it good enough. But that thing would beep at the same time I hit the button, and so I thought that I had done the scoreboard, but it wasn't that bad. I would do it again,
Okay.
but I was mad. I was not mad. just
You're
like-
grumpy.
I was grumpy. Yeah, because I just didn't want to do it because it's something different.
And you're like, I am doing this, but I'm not happy about it.
So it was 2 games. I worked the first one for about an hour. I guess it was into the 3rd inning. I had to go meet the guy with the freezer. Unloaded the freezer. Realized it wouldn't fit. Got the sawzall. Zoop, cut the shelf and put the freezer in. Let the dogs out. Came back to the field and they had the next game started when I got there. So I got to work a game and a half, I guess, basically. So
Well, that's cool.
made some cash, extra cash.
And we're going to put some stuff in that freezer because you and I
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to go halvesies on a cow.
Halvesies on a cow.
We need to get some beef.
Yep.
That's going to be awesome.
Yep. We're going to buy a whole cow.
Yep.
You're getting half. I'm getting half.
Yeah.
I hope they give me the better half.
I already requested the better half.
Oh, no.
I think I want the right side.
You want the right? I'm getting the left.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the left. I hate the left.
It's not bad. It won't be bad. You won't even
Have
notice
you ever
the
been
difference.
on the left side?
No.
Okay. There you go.
I can't say that I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna split a cow, and we get to tell them exactly what cuts of meat throughout the whole cow. You can say you want ribeyes or a standing rib rack, right? A rib roast or other roast, or if you don't want it at all, they make it into hamburger meat.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah. I used to buy a
you
quarter.
get T-bones,
I've never
porterhouse.
bought a half at one time. A long time ago, I used to just buy a quarter.
Did the quarter
It
not
lasted me 6
include?
months.
So it was one side. Was it the
It was the
front,
hind quarter.
the hind quarter?
Yeah. And it was good. It lasted me about 6 months. You know, that way the meat didn't. I got rid of it faster. You know.
Yeah.
And just get it at the hind quarter.
Yeah, Winnie and I bought a half a cow about a year ago.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't it? I think it was about February or
Yeah.
March a year ago. We
Well-
still have some hamburger meat.
We had a party. You had just gotten it.
Oh, I think
I
we've
don't
talked
re- I
about
don't
that
know
on
what
the
it was-
podcast
I don't know what the
before.
party was for, though.
I think it was because I had a lot of beef.
Whatever. We cooked a lot of steaks. that
Was it
night.
4th of July or something?
I think we started off cooking burgers. It was burgers first
Who knows?
out there on the flat top. And then
No, these were on a cast iron skillet
no,
on
we
the
started
stove.
the night
Oh.
cooking burgers. and hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as
maybe.
the night progressed, we got into steaks somehow. Yeah.
It was a night that Wendy got called to work, so she got some stuff started and then left.
Yeah.
She had made a pot roast from one of the chuck roast, and then we had some of those steaks thawed.
Yeah.
And you and a couple other folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr.
We talked
Scott,
about it. Like, the guys were in the kitchen
Mr. Scott, me,
cooking.
maybe.
Justin, maybe.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah, I believe that's all.
We made the steaks in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then sliced them up and sent them out.
We didn't.
But
Send
we-
them, no, we didn't send them very far because they didn't. They
We
didn't
we
get
put
very
a couple
far.
of plates out, but the point was that you and me and the other
Yeah.
guys, we never left the kitchen.
No, we never left the kitchen.
We sampled everyone.
Everyone. That's right. That's right. We sampled everyone.
Man, we got full on some steak.
Yeah, we did.
We probably had 4 or 5 different
Do you have any
types.
of that meat left? Any of it?
We have hamburger meat and very few steaks.
So it's been a year.
Yeah.
So it lasted you a year for a family of 4.
Yeah, and to be honest, we could have probably went through all the burger meat.
Yeah.
We just, I don't know, we just didn't think of it, and we go buy something. Not we
Right.
don't go buy ground beef, obviously, but we'll have other stuff, pork and chicken and all
Yeah.
this stuff. But if we would just utilize what we bought, it
Yeah.
probably would have been about a year.
Yeah. It'll probably last us a year. Just two of
I
us.
think what I'm going
We
to
eat
do
a lot of
different
beef.
this time, I think instead of just getting the tubes of the ground beef in
Yeah.
2-pound packs, I think we're going to get some pre-made patties.
Okay.
Because you can get them quarter-pound, third-pound, half-pound patties.
Yeah.
Already.
I want to do
Vacuum
I want to do
sealed.
like pound and a halves hamburger. I don't like a pound. It's it's not enough. And 2 pounds would be too much for us.
You mean the packs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
reckon
But
it-
you want
you
them in patties?
Oh,
Or no?
patties be good too.
Yeah.
Patties be good too.
Well, I think we're going to get that. Last time we're like, we'll make our own patties. We don't
Yeah.
want to do that. But I think it's going to be easier just to get them.
Yeah.
And then still stick with 2-pound
The
tubes
2-pound
also. Yeah,
chubs.
that's good for spaghetti and chili.
2
And
pound chubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd probably be best. For
it's so good, too.
And I'm gonna say it'd probably be best for us to do it 2 pounds too. That way we always have leftovers. We make tacos, spaghetti, whatever we have,
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
so
plenty
good.
of meat left. Yeah. So it probably would be wise to go ahead. When I do chili, I usually do like 4 pounds. I don't do 3 pounds.
I like that because when you get that ground beef, it came from one cow.
Yeah.
The grocery stores, I mean, they say that it could be 1,000 different cows.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever
From-
fell on the ground.
No, it ain't like that. But I mean, you know what I mean? There's just so many pieces of beef that goes into the thing from from a bunch of different cows. And I guess technically there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I just like the fact that it just came from one
One cow.
cow.
That's cool.
And they age these, I think, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 21 days they let it dry
I
age.
thought you had said 18. 21 days. Huh?
21 3 weeks, yeah,
3
21
weeks,
days, I
21
think.
days, yeah.
Something around there.
That's cool. That's cool.
And it's not bad pricing. The
No.
price of cattle
I mean,
has
it's-
gone up
it is-
since last year.
It is pricey because you're buying the whole dang half a cow. But for the price per pound,
Right.
it's pretty convenient, pretty good.
It's
It's
yeah.
just having to come out with the initial money.
Yeah, it
for it.
stings.
Yeah,
It stings.
but
I'm
you
telling
don't think
you, folks.
about it. Like I go to the grocery store, and I'd go buy $150 worth of meat a month, at least.
Yeah.
You do that times 12. That's about the same
Yeah.
as what we're going to pay for this.
Well, I think you more than most
I eat a
buy
lot of
a
meat.
lot of steaks and
Yeah.
expensive cuts of meat
Yeah.
on the regular.
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't save it for special occasions.
I don't know how the poor people are doing, but
They-
I'm doing pretty
They
damn
eat,
good.
they eating hamburger helper maybe. I don't know. Which,
I'm doing
hey,
pretty good.
I'm not against.
Yeah, that's what my dad used to say. We would be roping and we would cook, and my dad we'd be sitting there eating whatever we cooked on. We would have a fire barrel and we'd put a grate on top of it after all the wood had burned down. We
Yeah.
would put food on top, burgers, fajitas, depending on what somebody brought us. A lot of times, people would bring us stuff. We had a friend that was at a meat market. Shout out to Pete's Fine Meats.
Oh yeah, oh that place.
You can't beat Pete's Meat, and he would bring his stuff. They had the contract for all the hogs at Houston that got didn't make the sale,
Oh yeah,
and they would ship them to this place in Needville,
that's a good deal.
and they would he would we called them bones. He would bring us these boxes, and we didn't have enough freezer space. We had like 2 freezers, and every freezer in the barn that we had we had like 2 fridges in the barn, and we had like 2 freezers. They were full of these boxes of bones, and what it was that he would take, it was like a rib bone or something, and he would leave a chunk of meat on it, and they would throw them away. It was like instead of giving it to the people that sold like it would say it was a show hog, all the show hogs, right? And they were butchering them for the people. All these, he would take all these bones, like rib bones or any kind of pork chop bone or whatever, and it would have a chunk of meat on it. It wasn't like a pork chop. It wasn't, it was just weird. Just little pieces of meat.
Just
on
like
his
an
bones.
extra piece. Yeah.
So we call them, hey, go get a box of bones. And we'd go get a box of bones out and pull about 20 or 30 of those out, put them on the grill. And that's what we would eat that day, It was
Were
pretty
they
convenient.
delicious?
They were delicious. Yeah. Yeah, bones. Box of bones. Shout out to George Cruz bringing us boxes of bones.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't beat Pete's meat.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good deal.
yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is a good deal, like price per pound. Like and that's probably the same price that you'd get for just buying ground meat at the store.
Yeah,
And you're
basically
getting
everything.
the brisket, the
Yeah.
ribeyes, the
What you do with a soup bone?
we haven't done anything with
Like,
them
what do
yet.
you do with a soup bone?
I think I'm gonna braise them and make beef stock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I used to just throw them to the dogs. I don't know. What do you do
Yeah,
with a beef
I
bone?
mean, that would be a good
soup
idea,
bone.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can just drop them in the stew.
Drop 'em in.
Then you fish them out afterwards.
Yeah.
Before you serve it or before you eat it.
Okay. What's the difference between beef bouillon and beef stock?
Beef bouillon is condensed way down. It's either super thick or a cube, and that's super concentrated. You got to add water to that.
Right, but it's really salty.
Yeah.
And but like your bone broth is not as salty.
Well, if you make your own bone broth, you should not salt it while you're
Okay.
making it because you're going to use that in a recipe. And if that recipe calls for salt and your stock that you add to it already is salty,
Yeah.
then you got to watch out.
But
it's
when you put the beef bouillon, you just add your salt. Usually you don't have to put no salt in.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, we never do. Whenever I do anything with that, I never hardly put salt in.
Yeah.
But yesterday, Daphne made a roast, and it called for beef stock, and it just wasn't salted enough. So I think maybe she thought that it was going to add salt because the bouillon adds salt. Maybe, I don't know. We had to add salt at the end because it wasn't.
Did you have like the box of bone broth
think that's
or
what she-
beef broth?
I think that's what
She
got.
could have got a low sodium one, which is what
Possible.
we do because we want to add our own salt.
Maybe, but she was just like, she wasn't very happy with herself because it didn't have a lot of seasoning. It didn't have a lot of taste. I had a doctor on it once, and it still didn't have a lot of
If you
taste.
make your own beef broth, though,
Yeah.
they're usually pretty flavorful. And like I said, I wouldn't
But-
make it with salt.
But beef broth is actually beef bouillon, but bouillon is condensed real. So you when you add the water and stuff to it, you're making beef broth.
Yeah.
So basically, they're the same.
Yeah.
But the bouillon is more concentrated, and you make a whole lot. You make a lot with just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you've got a great big stock pot and there's water and
Yeah.
your vegetables and all that stuff, and you add a bouillon cube or some of that bouillon paste or whatever, and you mix it all in there, then it's going to be
You ever think about having another food truck?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we do, it's going to be probably a smaller one, and we would probably pay cash for it. So it's going to take us a while to be able to do that. But like if you get a loan for the truck itself,
Yeah.
then you have that monthly payment. And if you don't make that monthly payment, I mean, it's just a strain on everybody. So if you have enough, save up money
To
then,
buy it
then
outright,
buy it outright.
then you don't have to. That strain's not there.
Exactly.
The only thing you worry about is having to buy the product to make,
Right.
and that's the only expense you have out there.
Yeah.
Except for maybe paying for some help or something.
Yeah.
If you need to hire somebody.
Yeah. But then anything you make on a profit, I guess you would put towards what you spent on the truck, so you know
Yeah.
that you're not upside down or you know
Right.
whatever. But
Right. You put a little bit back.
but what
for
I
the
would
truck
consider
to-
anything I would make profit, I would just consider that gravy.
Yeah, that would be like saying you put money back. That'd be like saying, "Oh, I paid for the building." Or
Yeah,
I already the truck's paid for, but I'm putting this money back so I can say I'm ahead now.
yeah, yeah,
Everything now is profit. Everything's plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
would.
cool.
yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was, but besides us being in like a bad business partner
Yeah.
deal, besides that, it was fun.
Oh, well,
Coming up with recipes was fun. Like
Yeah.
trying the different recipes was fun. Like having
the different
people
burgers and stuff.
having people try the different burgers was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, yeah, that was fun.
What kind of food truck would you have?
I mean, I don't know. Our recipes on for those things that we served was so good. We did burgers and tacos,
Yeah.
but not traditional
Yeah.
of either one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the beef bulgogi taco. It was Korean style. We did a brisket taco. We did chicken that we cooked the chicken. Then
Was
as
it-
they ordered it,
Was it more of a fusion kind of thing where you were kind of mixing
Yeah,
things
yeah.
together?
well, we just put. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's not traditional Mexican
A
tacos.
fusion deal sounds
Yeah,
pretty cool.
It was. We just
like if you
whatever
took,
sounded
you took
really
Korean
good.
and Mexican and put it together, or
Yeah.
Korean and this, or Mexican and this, and fuse things together, kind of be kind of cool.
It was, yeah. It was non-traditional tacos
Yeah.
and burgers, but we wouldn't say it was Korean, Mexican infusion because
Right.
that would only be that one. But anyways, we just whatever
Everything.
sounded good to us,
Yeah,
we put it on a taco.
cool.
We did the chicken one. We would bake the chicken ahead of time, pull it, keep it in the fridge, and then when somebody ordered a taco, they would get 3 tacos. We put that meat on the flat top and season it however they want it. So if they got barbecue, we did teriyaki, we did buffalo style. So that buffalo sauce, and then if they ordered buffalo, we'd put that with like some slaw on it, or we did sliced carrots and celery, and then with like either ranch or blue cheese. Everyone ordered ranch.
Yeah,
I would think they would want blue cheese because that's traditional. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, all kinds of like
Yeah.
whatever we thought sounded good, we would make it, try it.
Yeah, I always wanted to have like a bar and grill, like
Yeah,
a
that'd be
place where,
fun.
like on Saturdays, Friday nights, Saturday nights, have a little local band or somebody come in and sing, steaks, burgers, kind of a place,
Casual.
Mexican also, fajitas, not your full fledged Mexican menu, but fajitas, enchiladas, kind of thing.
Local right here.
Yeah,
You
mean-
also had a dream job of having a barbecue, traditional Texas barbecue. Where at? Tell the folks. Across the pond.
yes, in England,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a barbecue place in England.
Traditional Texas
Yeah,
barbecue.
Tex-
Pit barbecue.
Central Texas
Yeah,
barbecue.
yeah.
Across the pond. Yes, I would love to do that in
You think
England.
the Brits would go for that?
I think they would. There probably some there. Maybe.
I'm sure. Yeah, they have to.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's
but-
southern style American food there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but
all
I
kinds of-
believe that would be pretty cool. But it's kind of scary right now there with all the immigrant situation and stuff.
I think they're cleaning it up though.
I hope so. They say it's
A
pretty
couple
bad.
years ago, it got
yeah.
bad.
I worry about that. That's the only thing. But I wouldn't mind going and doing that. I wouldn't mind going and doing that
Yeah.
and make it like a typical Texas joint. Have good, bring in Texas artists, come sing. That people eat that up.
Yeah.
Cowboy kind of place.
Well, we eat it up here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Can you imagine what it would do in England?
There's a place in the next town, not far from us.
Yeah.
They have that back area of their restaurant where they have the stage set up and they get
Yeah.
people come.
Yeah. Like I said, music's always been, I don't know, it's always intrigued me, and so I've always wanted to have something to do with with music.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That would be good. You would be like an event coordinator and
Yeah.
Central Texas Pit
Central
Barbecue.
Texas Pit Barbecue.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. C-Tex Barbecue.
C-Tex. Centex.
Centex, London, England. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Joe.
If anybody wants to sponsor, we get some investors.
Yeah. Yeah, just, hey, give us a shout out.
Yeah, email us.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
We do know what we're doing. We just need the little bit of backing. We could do it.
A little bit of, like, yeah. You would probably need like 90%.
Just 90.
Yeah.
Not 95, just 90.
Yeah, and
Plus, they're getting us.
Think of how
Plus,
much
they're getting Joe and Jesse.
if when that man starts making profit,
yeah,
they're the ones that's going to be making
exactly.
they're getting their money back.
I mean, look who they're getting. They're getting Jesse and Joe.
No
They
matter
gotta-
how much they pay,
Yeah,
it's going to be worth it.
it would be worth it. Well-
They would feel like they was getting a steal.
Yeah. Oh, and my wife this week, she went to the doctor on Tuesday, her eye doctor, and he gave her a doctor's note. She'd been out since Tuesday. She hadn't gone to school yet. She's out till Monday. Yeah, yeah. He wants her to kind of just be stress free. Her eyes, she had shingles in her eye, and her
That's
eye,
right. It spread to her. Yeah,
her
it got in
pupil-
eye.
it started and stayed in her eye.
What?
Yeah, like 20-something years ago, it was like from her nose up to her scalp, around, come to the ear, like right here, and her eye, and her face. But when it re-emerged last May, it just emerged
Only
in her
the eye?
In her eye.
That's crazy.
Her pupil has been dilated since May of last year.
Because of that.
Yeah, the one eye is dilated.
Right.
So I mean, like instead of her having a blue eye, it looks black.
Oh, because it's all wide open.
Things is wide open. It's scary. It's scary for her to drive at night.
I would imagine.
So yeah,
It's probably trying to let in all kinds
all
of
the light. Yeah, yeah,
Well, at night they are a little more dilated, but
yeah.
I guess that would be
But the light bothers her.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah.
really, I don't know. It's
like
intense.
headlights and street lights
It's
and
real
all
intense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was scared. She went to Sugar Land a couple weeks ago, visit her aunt, and yeah, it was scary. It got dark right at dusk, kind of a dusk, like 7 o'clock, 6:37, and she called me. She said, "I gotta get off the phone." She says, "I'm having a hard time." So she said, "I don't want to drive in the dark anymore." So she hadn't driven in the dark since.
Is the medicine seem to be working? And
He-
chilling out, like being stress free?
He gave her a new eye drop. Plus, he put her on a whole new regimen of meds to see if this works. Because that's really kind of scary that with that pupil dilated like that, it won't go down. And then she's building up pressure again in her eye. So it's just wonky. There's something going on with her eye.
Huh.
So it's kind of scary actually.
Do the doctors seem to know what they're like? Oh,
No.
it's this, or they're kind of
I mean, they know it was
Stumped.
the shingles, but how to fix it? No. No.
That's a virus, right?
Yeah.
So they have to do some
It's
antiviral.
like a herpes simplex deal. Some kind of viral. It's viral. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's scary.
I
obviously.
wonder if L-lysine would help.
Yeah. Yeah. When she first got it last May, I thought I was going to jail.
They
Because
thought you were abusing her or something?
yeah, she goes to the emergency room because I had told her to go to the doctor, but she wouldn't go to the doctor. She thought she had like an eye infection, so she just calls Teladoc, tells them what's going on with her eye. She puts some makeup in her eye or something. I mean, she hit her eye. She touched her eye with Q-tip or whatever, and she just said it was an infection. So they sent her these drops and whatever, and so it wasn't getting no better. It's just getting worse. And finally, it was a Sunday. And I was like, Daphne, we got to go to the emergency room because this is ridiculous. And she walks up to the lady at the receptionist desk, and she tells the lady I hit her in the eye.
Jokingly?
No, seriously. Daphne does things.
What?
She says things like that
What?
with a serious face just to get a reaction.
Why are you kidding
The
me?
lady was reaching for the phone, Joe. Like she was fixing to call 911 to
And
come get me.
she had to tell the lady, like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought, Daphne, you can't do that no more. She does it all the time. She'll tell people, oh, he chases me down the street with a skillet.
What?
Yeah. I cooked supper the other night. It was terrible. And he was mad and he, beat me with a skillet. And she'll say things like that, making things. She's a storyteller and she can make up stories. And she's serious when she's telling it, like serious. People, and I'm like, Daphne, you can't talk like that. One day somebody going to think it's really happened. They're going to arrest me or something.
Oh, my goodness.
But the lady at the receptionist, she was like, looked at her with these eyes and she kind of started reaching for the phone. I was like, no, Daphne, tell her you're playing, and she had to tell her
That's
she was
exactly what an abusive husband would
playing. Exactly. That's what I thought. Same thing. Like, man, Bethany, no, you can't do that. You know, man. Yeah, she does that to me all the time. So she thinks it's funny, but I don't think it's funny. I mean, it's funny, but I don't think it's funny.
What
when
if you
people
would have
get a reaction.
smiled at the receptionist lady and said, "Yeah, I gave her the old 1-2."
I should have said, yeah, I should have hit her in the other eye.
You
That
watch
way-
your mouth.
That way she can't see at all. Yeah, yeah. No, she's crazy, man.
Did it look like she had been punched in the eye?
No,
I didn't think it would.
no, no. She just said she was having a problem with her eye after I hit her.
Oh my gosh. It does make for a good story, though.
It does. It does. Oh man. So where's Wendy at?
She's working a ball game. Track meet, actually. She's working the track meet.
Yeah, we do a lot for the district.
Yeah. Well, the girl called her while she was at work and said she
Yeah.
needed help, so she said she'd do it. So
Yeah,
as soon as
Joe
she
and
got
his-
off work,
Joe and his wife, they do a lot of help with a lot of concession stands at the games. Me and my wife, we do the clocks, the books, and all that for the volleyball and basketball. So we do a lot. We were very active around here.
I take money at the gates.
Yeah, take money. You've been the admin.
I'm an admin.
Admin.
That-
Putting up with rowdy parents.
Yeah.
That one's scary. Can be scary,
Yeah.
especially when it's dark outside and the
In
people are
theory,
mad.
being the admin
Yeah.
should be a gravy job.
You were saying.
You would walk around,
Yeah. Yeah.
like tell people where they can sit or tell people that they can't re-enter or, tell them that we could do this.
Yeah.
Pretty much just make sure
But when you
everybody's.
get that angry parent yelling at the ref,
Oh my God.
and
Yeah.
the ref stops the game, look for the admin, they come look
They
for you to
come
go tell
looking
that
for me.
parent, hey, to chill out or get out.
Yeah. Like and the rowdy kids. Well, especially the boys. The boys want to go to volleyball and watch the girls play, but they really don't want to watch. They just want to mess around.
Run around, yeah.
So, and when they do get in the stands, oh my gosh, they are so loud. They were interrupting the game. The ref had
Yeah.
to stop that one too
Yeah.
and said, "We need
Yeah.
to let these girls play." That's different than just being like cheering for your team.
Yeah, but they might say something inappropriate.
And they were.
And I think they were saying things inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, boys being boys.
Yeah. And that night, I wish I just stood there and took money.
Yeah. They've always asked me before, do you want to be the admin? I'm like, no, I don't want to be the admin. I don't
It's
I
a
don't
lot
wanna
of
do that.
walking.
Yeah.
And you don't get to watch the game.
Yeah. See, I like doing the book because I can sit there and I get to watch the game.
Yeah.
And that's when I was missing some calls the other day, is because they would hit the ball or something, and I would start watching the game instead of paying attention to my scoreboard,
Yeah.
because I was watching the game.
You're like, oh, wait, what happened?
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, well, Joe, it's about time to start wrapping this thing up.
Well, that's not bad. That
No.
was a decent. We're gonna have the song on the outgoing part.
Yeah,
of
we're
the,
gonna put the outro song on this one, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that is a very catchy song.
You want to hear the whole thing?
Yeah, let's hear it
Let's hear the whole thing. I got it here somewhere.
because that way because they don't want to hear the whole thing at the beginning or the end.
No, you don't want at the beginning. You don't want to have it too long.
Right.
Because they'll be like, man, I don't want to hear 3 minutes of a song. And so,
But this is
this is the whole song.
Yeah.
This is the whole song.
and I'm gonna try to put it on Spotify where people can download it.
And let me start it over again. Kind of got a Nightmare on Elm Street feel to it at the beginning.
Oh, that's true.
Kind of spooky.
Yo, it's Jesse and Joe, two friends in the flow, working at a middle school, letting stories unfold. Kids acting wild, teachers losing their minds. World news, good vibes, leave the stress behind. What's going on? Jesse and Joe, let them know. Podcast tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle. Jesse with the anecdotes, Joe with the punchlines. Daily grind and rewind, got the best times. Principals mad, kids sneaking out of class. Detention hall stories make the whole school laugh. World's on fire, but we keep it cool. Discussing all the drama from politics to fools. Internet memes to the news of the day. Middle school drama gossip won't stay
I
away.
love it.
What's going on? Jesse and Joe, let them know. Podcast tales, keep keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle. Lunchtime chaos, cafeteria scenes, locker room whispers, middle school dreams, school trips, field days, secret crush confessions, global views, current news, always got connections.
Instrumental's a little long, but
That's okay. Gives people a chance to, like,
take a breather from dancing a little bit.
yeah,
Chill.
I'm dancing right now in
I
my
know you
seat.
are.
What's going on? Jesse and Joe, let them know. Podcast tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle. Lunchtime chaos, cafeteria scenes, locker room whispers, middle school dreams, school trips, field days, secret crush confessions, global views, current news, always got connections. What's going on?
This is the outro I want to put in at the end. This part right here.
What's going on?
There's a little verse there.
What's going on?
I think. Or just this part. What's going on? And it's going back and forth. I think that'll be good at the end. There you go. Yeah, AI
That
is
is
incredible.
very catchy.
Yeah, it is. So we're gonna put.
That might be a chart topper.
It might be. We might go ahead and post it onto Spotify.
Yeah.
But who are we gonna put as the artist?
Joe and Jesse. I
Joe
don't
and
know.
Jesse AI or something?
I don't.
Do
We don't
gotta-
have
Do
to.
we have to give him credit for it?
No.
We
I mean,
don't?
I don't know.
I don't know what the rules are here. It's our song though. It was made for us.
Yeah.
So I guess it's ours.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and put our name on it. So anyway,
It's
cool.
just something fun.
Yeah.
Download it. Let the family listen to it
Yeah.
as y'all going down the road.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that on the end. Is what I'm thinking. I think if I can, I'm gonna put that on the end. That last little part where there's the music and what's going on, and what's going on, and kind of fade it out.
Yeah.
And that'll be our outro. So our intro and our outro. So anywho, all right, JoJo.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. Check out the Etsy t-shirt,
Yep.
Force 10 Apparel,
Yep.
where you can find our t-shirt in multiple colors and sizes.
Send us some emails.
Yeah.
Tell us, what you like or what you don't like, and what would Jesse and Joe do, or what is our
It is
email? WW.
What's going on.
Oh, it's
with
W.
Jesse. It's
WGOWJJ
WGOWJJ at
gmail.com.
Gmail.
WGOWJAJ at gmail.com.
Just JJ.
Yeah. Oh, JJ. WGOWJJ at gmail.com.
You're trying to put too many W's in there.
G-Dub. I just keep thinking about G-Dub for some reason. What the heck is G-Dub?
I don't know.
I don't
George
know.
W.
George W. Bush, huh? G-Dub.
I don't know. Is that your nickname for him?
I guess so. All right.
But yeah,
That's enough
contact us
rambling.
there and check that stuff out.
Check us out.
All right. We'll see y'all later. See you next time.
Adios.
All right. Bye-bye.
What's going on? What's going on?